Everybody, welcome back to Mage Renaissance episode 3 with me, Sid. And since the last episode, I built the, well, you recall we set the, I actually need to pick that up. We set up the farm area. Now, I've now got this area completely I've enclosed it just to tidy it up and keep it things. I've put a few patches in where we can, in theory, grow some additional crops, such as potatoes, which are always nice, and you know, get a bit of food, as well as getting the all important, and this is, believe it or not, this is the most vital crop that we'll ever grow for a while, because this is the, what's the word I'm looking for? This is the be-all and end-all of Thaumcraft research. That and killing squids, of course. There are very few things in life that can't be improved by killing a squid. So, what I've got going on, once I've got all of these out of the way, so you can actually see what's going on a little bit better, I am now full. Am I full? No, I'm not full. Damn you! Oh, it was a bit. Okay, I wondered why I couldn't pick that up. Luckily, nothing else got damaged. That did there. I didn't even see that. Damn things. Yeah, so we've got lots and lots of lovely sugar cane. In the middle we've got the rustic bees, the 64. I'm not worried about the contents, and here we have got a fluffy puff. Probably one of the greatest inventions ever. I did go and make myself a chisels and bits chisel, and chiseled some things so we can cover the water source blocks, so that's all done. The fluffy puffs, we're going to basically grow lots of, because the fluffy puffs themselves become string, and string is something we need a lot of as well. Potatoes, I think we'll do probably all the way around the outside, just because we can. And that one. These will make into something else, I don't know, mainly fluffy puffs, I presume. And this area is chunk loaded, so in theory it will grow while I'm offline as well, so I can leave it, come back later, and yada yada. Why all the... Let me just put this away, and then we can pop all of this away. So if you're asking the question, why all of the stuff, the things, well, the answer is quite simple, and I need to extend my base a little bit. I'm not worrying too much about my build at the moment. You probably noticed by the fact I'm still living in a hole in the ground, and there's a very simple reason for that. Thaumcraft, as you do things, will, if I hold that up, you can, so I can't see anything at the moment, but the bar in the top left hand corner shows the V in the area, and above that would be the flux, not to be mistaken with, sorry, yeah, flux, not to be mistaken with warp. Get it myself the right way around. Warp is what you do to your head, flux is what you do to the environment. Now, Thaumcraft, up until this build, or was it the last build? I think we're on the latest build, which is about build 90, 18 or 19, something along those lines. Thaumcraft had issues with flux. Not to be confused, of course, with taint. Let me just put that there. So the issue with flux was that as flux builds up, eventually it will spawn a rift in space-time, and it shows like a little wiggly line in the world, and eventually that will pour taint into the world until you get a taint spore. And what should happen is when that happens, the rift should close, but it didn't. Now it does, and there's also apparently a means of dealing with all of this stuff. However, we need to move on. We have got let's have a look. I really need to sort my storage out a little bit. We have got the alchemy to do. We have got the research, and to do research we need a research table. A research table is planks and is get there eventually. Let me do some of them, and then we do some of them with that and that. That gives me a table. Great. The other nice thing is now this table is smaller. I'm going to move my bed over here and set my well, we'll set the spawn later. We're going to need some glass. I don't think we're going to have... No, we don't have enough. We also need to make... let me just sort this out, because this is silly. I don't know why I'm incapable of... Quick F7, we are still spawn safe, that's all good, and we can get rid of most of this stuff in our inventory for the time being. I'm going to leave those behind. We don't something we want to carry, neither is a clock actually, neither is that for that matter. So, still daylight, let's go grab some sand. Yep, I hear you, Mr. Spider. I'm not sure how much of a difference the bees make to this, but, you know, for the sake of sticking down a few planks and logs, it is really... I'll just grab this while we're here, because these little natural plots are handy as well. Who's? You. He's like, I can hear something. It's coming for me. It's coming. It's going to kill me. It's going to kill me. It's a deer. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Oh, interesting. Never realised that broke out like that. Okay, doesn't matter. We'll never knew that was there either. That's a very rich supply of crystals and other things. Okay, I need to very quickly fix that. Right, so I need to cook the glass up. Why? That's where my crafting table was. I don't know why that's gone like that. Yeah, we need to cook that up, and then I need to go and get some squids and a couple of... They'll do. They'll do to cook that on, and we'll quickly sleep the night off. Then I'm going to go kill some squids. I think I should have feathers, maybe? Feathers. If I were a feather, where would I be? No, it looks like I actually need feathers as well. I think I actually threw a feather away thinking I wouldn't need it as well. It's alright, we'll go find chickens. That's not a problem. Chickens and squids. That is our next objective. I don't know where he came from or where he was. Whew. I don't want another run-in. Right, chickens and squids. Well, chickens we'll obviously find out in the world. We'll just have to listen for that little annoying tippy tap of their feet. I really should have installed chicken mittens in this pack. I don't know if anybody recalls chicken mittens. It was a mod I used a while ago which basically silences chicken feet. This, again, I don't know whether I mentioned, there's a couple of these in the area. Dimension doors. Be very certain you want to go in one of those. They will kill you very quickly if you're not prepared. Come on, chickie. Chick. Here, chicken. Right, I'll be back as soon as I have located chickens and squid, and obviously killed said squid. And probably chickens actually. Although if they can lay an egg, I'll do that. And drop things, I'll accept freebies. You know, I'm not proud. That's an astral sorcery structure that apparently is meant to be implemented, but it's not done yet. So if you're wondering what they are, they're just you know, stuff. I have been in that one, haven't I? Yes, I have. Yeah, back in a bit. Alright, we're back. We've got the feathers, but I just heard something which I thought you might find this entertaining. That is a possessed zombie. From Ghostly. They hit harder. They have more health, and they're just generally all round nastier. I'm not going to go and mess with it. I'm not stupid. However, I am going to go and I've collected a few bits and pieces while we're out as well. I got attacked by a brain slime. Tried to jump on my head and control me. So we need you, and I don't think we need any of those right now. Keep hold of that, and we need to make 1, 2, 3. Wow, did I actually not have enough saplings in there? Let me just throw that in, just to finish it off. So we'll make a bottle, and then we can make a scribing set, and from scribing set we can right click on there. That becomes a research table thing. We also need, have we got somewhere about 7 iron? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We need to make ourselves a cauldron, which we are going to, I'm going to push back a little bit further actually, and make a little separate bedroom area further back, because that's always handy. Because I want to put in my alchemy area down soon as well, which is going to involve fire, and I don't want to set fire to my bed, because you know that's going to put a downer on the day, isn't it? So we'll just make a little hole for that. That'll do. And again we can grab you, place you down there like that. We'll take that. No, we shall place you like this. That's better. Real salubrious living. This is living the life. Where is? Oh crap! What have I done with the thermometer? Oh, it's there in my inventory. Duh. So it is worthwhile periodically, when you go through these things, checking out that you've not missed anything, because you know you might have done, and as you, of course, you're putting things in chests. So definitely go through all of that. We also need to do you. We're going to place you down here, and we need, what have we got lots of? We've got lots of air. We've got a reasonable amount of earth, and we've got a reasonable amount of water. Water. We need a bit of redstone. We need that piece of flint and a bowl, and we can make ourselves another Salis Mundis. Oh, of course that's not going to help, is it? Get those out of the way. I suppose we should take a scan of that as well, and we are going to go and do that. Then we'll get a little puff going on, and there we go, and we can scan that. Excellent. That should give us some more progress. Let me go and have a look here. We've completed that, and if we now come out of there, you'll notice our alchemy tab is open, where we can actually now get into alchemy. So we've got hedge alchemy, we've got alimentum, and we've got alchemical metallurgy is our next thing. And over here we're then looking into oromancy, which needs a, that's easy, we'll do that one today. And the infusion, we've got all of that, so we should have the arcane infusion tab, which we can do all of that bit. But obviously we need to now move forward on these, and of course that. So yeah, you're basically extracting as much of this as you can. Now theory crafting, we can complete this. That tells us how to theory craft, and it also tells us research aids. So if I use certain nearby blocks, curios will research it. It will allow me to focus my research in a certain direction. For example, an bookshelf will give me reference materials that I can use to research process. And you can, if you can't really see what's going on very well there, but that is an infusion altar. That's a crucible, bookshelf, brain in a jar. I can't tell what that one is, and I think that might be a golem press. And they will all help you in your research. And then there's this one, which is all about celestial observation. And if we can get out at night, which we will do later, we can scan the night sky and get different moon phases and research on that. But what we need more than anything else right now, and I'm going to just make a whole metric crap ton of this, is paper. Paper goes in there. We'll pop those away. I'm going to take 3 books, and if I can find some lot, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, we'll pop those down and get oops, I don't know why I went for the diamond pick there. So now we can sit there and we can increase our research, and we're going to start researching. Now researching is fairly simple. We create a theory, and the first thing is experimental infusion. So if we give them a gas tier and a vial of essentia from Sonus times 10, we can do that. Now that's not doable, we can't even start that because we haven't pushed this on. So we're going to take infusion and draw a bonus card. So this will give us 3, and we really can't do much with that at all. So at this stage we're going to scrap it, and we're going to create a new theory, and we're going to go with infusion again. Oh well, that's not what I wanted to do. It's alright, we'll start again. So we got that one. This wants the celestial observations, this wants experimentation, random thing, gain 15 in a completely random category, or we can gain 25 progress divided equally between all current things. So we're going to ponder that one. You don't have to complete these to 100%. These will stack, so every time you run through this research thing, if I get 40% on this one and then get 60% on the next one, that will count as a point. So experimentation, rethink. No, we'll go with that. That gave us Thaumic bases. Okay, that's fine. Reject Thaumic bases. No, or we can go and take my and even that up and take another draw. Now this is where we've hit. We've got an Examinis or this. Now we need to get Examinis. I can't be scrapping these every time we get to something here. So Examinis comes from, I can find some. Have I got any? Not from that. That is Mortis and Victus. That has got more of everything in it than we could ever possibly want. We need Examinis, which I think we get from rotten flesh, but I'm not seeing any. Nope. We're not. That's Mortis. Examinis. I bet that doesn't even scan, does it? No. Mortis. Poo. I need to kill a Zombot. If I go and have a sleep, then we can possibly get out there and beat a zombie to death and maybe get some rotten flesh. That would be good. But yeah, the research is somewhat awkward at times. What have we got? Oh, we got a little slime. What are you? Treasure slime. And really? That's a skeleton. You're no use to anybody, mate, are you? I mean, I could go and beat him up. I don't know what. Because we can. I don't know whether these count or not. Oh, we got a pile of ash. That's nice. Oh, I never knew that was up here either. What do we get from that? Not a lot. Do we get? Not really. Still need some Zombot activity. Alright, well, I need to get some rotten flesh from somewhere. That's going to be easier said than done. And I'll be back in a mo. Alright, well, I'm not finding any zombies up there, so I'm going to go down and see if I can't. That's a possessed skeleton. We don't want to play with that. We need to go a little bit lower down for. I've got a bucket of lava, by the way. If you're wondering why I have a bucket of lava, well, it's for just caving. I like caving with little to no armor on it. I'm not so keen on. So I am ready to run. Oh, I am ready to run like a good un at the first sign of anything unpleasant. And Eli's joined the game, so yeah, desperately need that little piece of rotten flesh. And I'm not on the one occasion where you would like, I would like to see a zombie. I'm going to grab this gold, so I want it. I'm not. Anyway, I need to. I'm not staying and caving around here. This is just far too dangerous. I was just hoping that we might get a quick, easy zombie if I went out here, but I'm not. Bloody typical. Okay, well, we need to, I'll just block that off for the time being with a little bit of that, because this needs to go, we need to head down to the low depths to trigger part of that research. We'll have them while we're here, because it'd be wrong not to. Nope. Block lag. The joys of servers, eh? Oh man. And where we are, we've got the achievement. I just need to stop that bit of block lag there. Just as well we got it there, because otherwise we would have been well stuffed. Get rid of that bit of crap and drop this bit in here. Oops. You know what, I am so used to going for a pick that it actually seems weird to not go for a pick. Anyway, I'm going to continue hopefully finding a zombie, and I shall be back with you in a little while. Interesting. I had got some rotten flesh. So why? I thought rotten flesh was the source of examinus. Am I wrong? You make tallow with it. Alright, I need to do a little bit of looking around, because I'm not sure where you get examinus from. I shall be back in a mo. Alright, we're going to use the skull candle. It's got more than we need, but it has got 7 examinus, so I am going to start off by doing this, and we are going to place that down in the ground, and we're going to do that. And then I want to just to stop myself cooking myself. No, I'm not going to do it with andesite. Hang on, let's try that with some cobble. I'm going to do that. That should stop me accidentally cooking myself. Bucket of water, in you go. Now we need to take this and we need to make quartz slivers. I'm going to make a bunch. That's why quartz is in Thaumcraft 6 in the overworld. It's a vital piece of the equation. And what we're going to do, we're going to throw that in there, and then we're going to throw those in, and that will give us a whole bunch of crystals. And there's a little bit left in there. We'll just release it into the atmosphere. It's going to cause a little bit of flux, but very little at this stage. So we can now take this one, which requires an examinus crystal, and we can complete that theory. And if we now go and have a look at our book and look at our knowledge, we've now got a bit of fundamentals and a bit of arcane. We've got a whole load of observational stuff just by scanning things. That's the easy stuff. So we're going to start a new theory. We're going to go and do I can't do that, but we can do those. We've got fames. I don't think I have fames. That's hunger, experimentation, or that one. We'll just go there. Periphery, okay. We've got a rethink or universal. We'll go there, and we'll take this, and we can go and oh crap, I can't do either of those, so we're going to scrap. Now if I turn that, it should reduce the or increase, sorry, the amount of alchemy that we use, because we're using the thing to influence it. So that is saying we could do that one, which is X, but we don't, and that is terror, air and terror, so we can do that from here, and that will allow us to take that. We'll give us some alchemy. We can take this one. That one's Primunio. What the hell's Primunio? That is a new one on me. Let's have a look. Bang, bang. Primunio. Armor. Tutorman. Stuterman. You stupid game. Don't change the bloody names on me. That doesn't have armor. What have we got that might have armor? Well, obviously we've got our armor. It's got 20, but that's got a little bit too much metallum in it. We're going to flood the environment with that. That, however, has got, if I do 2 of those, now there's a reason we would do 2, and what we'll do is we shall grab a bucket of water and put that in. So this takes two of whatever to make 1 of those. So if I now let that boil up and then throw that and that in, we'll get exactly the right number of crystals back. It should be 5 of each, Primunio and Bestia, and we don't have any problems with that, so we should be able to take that one. Random category, we'll take that for now. Ponder, complete. And again, we didn't quite get the alchemy on that one, but if we look now, our alchemy is very close to having that point of completeness. So create a new theory. We'll do that one. Doesn't really matter at this stage. That's Gellum and things. That's. I'm just gonna keep bashing through these and to get as much as we can without having to use these in the first things. Rethink. Measure. Fundamentals are always handy. We'll go for universal and we'll complete it. So what do we get for that? Very close to completing alchemy. So we're back in here, we're going to turn that on, and now we're going to go with the alchemy again. That wants Motus or Aqua and Pedicio. We can do Aqua and Pedicio, and of course we can create these now, so that's not the end of the world. 30 alchemy, random category, 45 alchemy, complete, 2 points of alchemy in the bag, which means that now if we go over here, we've got that. We just need to do the magic tallow. Magic tallow we do with this. We use you and get over here, a little bit of Ignis, 1 point of Ignis. With that will give us magic tallow. I don't think I've got Ignis there, but I've got Ignis over here. And again, we can take, there should be enough water there, so we'll take that in and we'll throw you in there. That's the magic tallow done. Complete that. It now wants us to do these next things, which is gunpowder. We need to make these, so that hedge alchemy is important later on. Let me take a break, see how long I've been rattling on for, and I shall be back with you in a second. Alright, I've been going 33 minutes. There is, however, one thing I would like to complete. We've got you going, we've got you going. We haven't done artifice, because we haven't done alchemical metallurgy, which we need to do, which is down here, and that requires us to make some alchemical brass. We'll do that probably next episode. But we've done half, we've gone to the lowest depth, we need to go to the highest peak. I'm going to grab a couple of stacks of cobble, and I'm going to run like a bugger out of here, and then we're going to see whether nothing wanted to kill me. This thing is just producing big time. What I should actually do is probably, I'm not so worried about this at the moment, but what I would like to do is get my fluffy puffs spread, Fluffy farmer, eh? Because the more fluffy puffs we have, the more string we can make, and once we've got the string, we're good. We can make a whole load of things. Now, if I go and just have a look at my journey map, there were some peaks over this way which will help us in our quest, and I will see you when we get there. Alright, now the quest for this one is to visit the highest peak. Now, the easiest way of doing that, of course, is to just pillar up, and I don't think we have to go too high. There you go. We can do it literally like that, and that should have opened up this. We can complete it. So now we're into making the Caster's Gauntlet and the V's Resonator, which we will do again another time where we've got stuff to be on with. Now, this area might be ideal to start thinking about our Astral Sorcery, because we can couple the Astral Sorcery observations with the Thaumcraft observations, which will be nice. The drawback, of course, to all of this Astral Sorcery and nighttime observations is that we have Morpheus, which means that I have to beg and plead with other people who are on the server not to go and sleep, which obviously isn't ideal if they are planning to do something which is facilitated by them getting, you know, a good night's rest. But we can cross that bridge when we come to it. So on that note, we are somewhat further down the Thaumcraft route. I'm still umming and ahhing about build style and what to build for this season. There is some interesting stuff on the well, these guys are cute. However, yeah, until next time, thank you very much for watching, guys, and let me get that as a screenshot, shall we? That gives us a nice little starting position. But if you've got ideas for the build, one of the mods, if I can find the if I look, let's have a look, Orient. I'm trying to find there's some, where are you? It's not the chisel. I'm trying to remember the name of the pack of the mod. It's Chinese Workshop. So Chinese Workshop gives you all sorts of Chinese lanterns. We've got the pillars, black brick walls, this stuff here. This is, if I can find this is black brick. Gives you the roof tiles. You can get all of that going on, and yeah, it looks interesting, shall we say? And I'm not sure whether that's something I would like to go down, but it's possible. It's a possible one. We'll see how we go. But on that note, thank you very much for watching, guys, and bye for now.